Kate Cullan is a good friend of Elizabeth's Crazy Little Thing and a great comedian and lovely person around town. So please welcome Kate Cullan.
All right. Give it up for Elizabeth Harper and Rich Experience. I want to give it up for the lovely Chen. What was her name? Chen King?
Chen Li.
Chen Li. Thank you. I love you. You are amazing. So anti-me, you know? It's like all those cute love songs. You guys, I'm a total slut. I usually don't know the guys' names, you know, that I make out with. In fact, I've been sober for 4 years. Well, a little over, so give it up for me. And let me smell your Jameson later, you know? You know, I know Jose over there was drinking some Jameson. Can I just smell that a little bit later?
Yes.
God, I love the smell of Jameson. I like the smell of weed too. I don't want to smoke it, I just want to smell it. But you know what I really would like to sniff a little bit right now? Some of your cocaine. I just want a little sniff. You know. Okay. This is a just say no to cocaine crowd. It's just all about the Diet Coke over here. Speaking of which, Jeremy needs a little Ritalin. He's totally manic tonight. I love it. But yeah, I recently went on my first ever sober date. Yeah, it was the first time that I went on a date that didn't end up with me sucking a dick in the bathroom while my date waits for me at dinner. I hate dating. Dating when you're sober sucks, okay? Because you have to know their names and stuff, okay? It's like a job interview for the position of girlfriend that might lead up to being a wife if you really want to put in the work and kiss enough ass and blah, blah, blah. You know, I think that dates and job interviews should just both end up with everybody getting drunk and having sex and then me getting paid. Or not. To hell with you people. But yes, since I have been, sober for a while, I'm in one of those programs where you have to do certain things. One of them is telling people that you're sorry for the things that you've done, you know, while you were drunk. And you guys, I was blackout drunk from 1993 to 2013. I've never met some of you, but I'm pretty sure I fucked you over at some point in life.
And you're not pregnant?
We'll talk about that later, by the way. Your child support check is late, okay? Yeah, so I don't know half of the stuff I've done, but I'm pretty sure, you know, I maybe had a kid and threw it in a dumpster, I don't know. So I'm just gonna buy an ad on a bus with my picture on it. It says, do you know this woman? She's sorry. And it has a number that you can call. You know, you can hear me talk about how sorry I am. You record your name, I'm sorry, Lisa, for puking in your car. I'm sorry, Blair, for violating you and making you get me pregnant. Even though you're gay, whatever, you know, it's like.
I'm gay. No, I'm cool.
I'm teasing you.
You said I'm gay.
Maybe but you're not. I don't know. All I know is that sluts today have it so easy. Back when I was out slutting around, if you wanted to get your vitamin D, you had to take a bath and get out of bed and go to bars and meet people and wear high heels. Nowadays, they've got this thing called the Tinder. Amazon.com for dick. You swipe right and boom, dick shows up at your house in an Uber. Then when you're done with the dick, you kick him out of the house, he goes home in the same Uber. That's about how long most of them last. You know, and they've got saucy, you know, it's like you can have your wine delivered to you. You know, and you go take an Uber home from a guy's house. If the Uber driver is good, you have your morning after pill given to you. At least that's what I would do if I had an Uber. I would have morning after pills for the walk of shame whores. But yeah, you're gonna need this, honey. You know you are. You know Biff ain't paying his child support. Come on now. Come on now, Tiffany. You can do this. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of all of that, you know, it's National Women's Day, International Women's Day. Resist! Woo! Hooray for my vagina! Yes! Yeah, Robin back there is wearing red, so he's all hooray for vagina. Love it! Anyway, I bought a Resist t-shirt. It says #resist. And I felt so cool. And I was like, wait a minute, I just bought this on Etsy. Nothing says sticking it to the man quite like ordering something from Etsy. That's like having Make America Great baseball caps and having them made in China. I mean, who does that, right?
Oh, God, help us.
Who does that? That's like going to pro-life breakfast and then they serve eggs. That happened to me once. I walked up to that priest, I said, Padre, how can you eat that? It's a chicken, not a choice. What if Jesus came back to life as a chicken, Padre? You be having body of Christ sunny side up with a slab of bacon right now, Padre. It got really quiet all of a sudden. You weren't supposed to say bacon on stage. That's bad. I love bacon. Anyhow, yeah. So my family is we're from Western Nebraska. Everyone's pro-life, but they're also pro-gun. He's like, yes, we're all for life. And if you get pregnant, you have to have that baby and shoot it. Yeah. This is what I tell them, like, look, you want your freedom, I want my freedom. You got your bazooka, I got my bazooka, okay? And we're all just trying to hunt some big game and mount it on our walls. Yeah, it's kind of like that. So, yeah, so I have bulimia, just so I'd share that with you. I have bulimia and I have ADHD. So, I binge eat, had a 3-way with Ben and Jerry last night, but then I get distracted and I forget to puke. Yeah, so I mean, plus you got gravity working in, so it's like, you know, they kind of look like more like a weird belt buckle. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, so I'm trying to lose a little weight. I bought a NutriBullet, not the kind you masturbate with, but the kind that you make the smoothies with, you know. I've learned something important. Just add kale and whatever it is you're having, it's okay, you know. You've got kale and cupcakes, kale and Pop-Tarts. My personal favorite is kale with an order of French fries, a little chocolate syrup, a couple shots of Jim Beam, and some cigarette butts. The kale cancels out everything, even the Jim Beam. I'm still sober, you know? And it's just amazing. And I'm also looking for some exercises to do. I bought some new gym shoes. I went to the gym. They asked me what kind of exercise I'm into. So really, I just want to, you know, sit down and binge watch Shameless and tell people how I really need to work out. What kind of shoes you got for that? Yeah. So I'm kind of crazy. This is the Funeral 50, you guys. You've heard of the Freshman 15. I'm rocking the Funeral 50. Had a lot of family members die in the last 10 years, so I got mom over here, got dad over here, got my cat over here, got my brother on my belly, just because where I'm from, when people die, people around town just hook you up with carbs and cheese. It's like, sorry about your dad. What was it, heart disease? Have a tater tot casserole. Extra cheese and carbs. Come on. What was it that got your mom? Diabetes? Here's a bunch of chocolate. What was it that got your brother cirrhosis? Here's a bottle of Jim Beam. Let's do this. That's how it works. And my family, we've had so many people die that we have a freebie at the funeral home. And it has an expiration date, so they're trying to get me, So a couple years ago, my sister got me a bottle of wine, some wine glasses, and Blood Diamond on DVD. You just add the sleeping pills and the razor blade, and you've got your own do-it-yourself suicide kit. And then, last year for my birthday, my other sister, Julie, she sent me this little box, and she sent a little note that said, "Dear sister, I love you. I know you're depressed about being 50, so here's a little something for you when you want to just escape your life." And I opened it, and it was a carbon monoxide scented Yankee Candle. Yes, kids, carbon monoxide does have a smell. It smells like brown sugar pudding with a ring at the bottom. And after Trump actually got elected, you guys, I was pretty upset, and I almost used it. I did that thing where you run the bath, and I even, locked all the windows and the vents and put a towel under my door and had my bath water running, and I got myself naked and looked in the mirror, and I said, "No, I cannot be found dead, naked in a bathtub, not before I lose at least 50 pounds. So I'm taking Zumba right now. And I'm standing next to Becky, who's trying to lose her baby weight, and Tiffany, who's trying to get cute for her wedding. And I'm just trying to, rock my suicide bod, Because paramedics are hot, you guys. I love me some paramedics. And when they find my hot, naked body in the bathtub, I want them to at least consider necrophilia. Okay. So that's where I was going to end it, but, I'll tell you this last little thing. I have a day job. I work on a phone. I sling warranties. It's really annoying because people call me. I call people. All day I dial, and then these assholes pick up their phones to yell at me. They interrupt my job to pick up their phones and yell at me for interrupting them at work. And then they all want coverage for their already broken down cars. It's like, wait a minute. That's kind of like, trying to get some birth control when you're 6 months pregnant. It's not gonna happen. You suck. Get away from me. Okay? And the thing is, with being a phone whore, it's not a job anyone does on purpose. This is like Plan Z. This is what I'm doing because I wasn't hot enough to marry money, okay? So, nobody says I want to call people and annoy them for a living when I grow up. And if you did, you would see the Fisher-Price telemarketing toy kit. And it would have a set of headphones, and it would have a monitor computer thingy with all y'all's names in it, but the shattered dreams would have to be sold separately. You guys, I'm done. I'm Kate Cullan. That's my time. You guys are amazing. And I know you're all laughing on the inside. Give it back to Elizabeth Harper. Woo!